What is up, you guys? First of all, if I've never talked with any of you one-on-one, my name is David. Hi. I come in peace. A lot of people are pissed at me and other people who are advocating for this bill in Maine. And I want to just point out a couple of things. Number one, stop tone policing us and deal with the content of our argument. I haven't seen anyone do that. I see people trying to be like, I know nothing's perfect. Like, I do these other things. I sell my program to people, and that's a form of advocacy because I'm helping people. Like, you guys, we're talking about something very specific right now. And if anyone's being, I guess earlier someone put out a video saying people are being threatened and all this stuff. I haven't heard anything about that, but if anyone's threatening anyone, just knock that shit off. That needs to stop. Like, that's not my tactic. My tactic's not to point out, to call anyone out by name, except Tom and people at the top. I'm not trying to punch down at people. All right, look, this is the facts. There's a law that could pass in Maine that would help people who would need insulin in the most desperate situations. When they're uninsured and they're in some kind of an emergency, they have high blood sugar, and they need to deal with this like right away. Imagine you lost your job in the middle of the year. You were 1099 employee, so you were never employed by your insurance. You're paying out of pocket. Your insurance is gone now. You don't have insurance. And you're just barely getting by between your rent and your supplies and everything, all your bills, your car. You find yourself in a situation where you start rationing insulin, and then you don't want to end up in the hospital, because if you do, you're going to get hit with this huge bill. So you need to get insulin. This bill would allow you to go to the pharmacy or a health clinic, a place like this, and get insulin right there, either for free or for a processing fee of like no more than $50, versus the current program, which is that you would go to the manufacturer's website or this website that Beyond Type 1 has set up, and you would try and search for coupons that you qualify for and hope that you're gonna be able to qualify, number one, and that you're gonna be able to use this coupon. Okay, as someone who makes a modest income and who has tried to use these coupon programs before, they've never been successful for me. I've talked to some people who have been able to use these coupons. They've helped them get through a hard time, which is great. But I've talked to far more people who have been in situations like me where they've tried to use these coupons, and their pharmacy either didn't take them or they didn't qualify. And in those situations, like, do you think it's right to make somebody jump through all of these hoops on the computer, hoping they're going to get help in time before they die, before they're dead, before their family never sees them again, before their dreams are shattered, and all the suffering they've gone through with this disease, which I know you can relate to, was all for nothing, as they passed away early. They could just go to the pharmacy and go get it with this program. They could just go, and there's going to be a safety net there for them. I mean, that's the reality of this. And like, people, no one wants to engage with the content of what we're saying. They keep talking about they're being threatened. They're tone policing us. They don't like the way we're talking about it. We should be nicer. We should all come together. You guys, Beyond Type 1 should not be lobbying on behalf of the pharmaceutical industry. That is what they are doing right now. At the end of this bill, there's a provision which says that any of these insulin companies who offer manufacturing coupons or whatever that are going to be part of this program, they're going to be forced into this program, at the end of the year, they would have to show the receipts. They would have to show how many people benefited from this emergency program versus how many people actually benefited from those coupon programs. It would create a level of transparency that would be amazing. That would be great information for us to have. And if the coupon programs are helping that many people and these efforts are duplicative, I don't see why Beyond Type 1, who runs getinsulin.org, along with the pharmaceutical corporations, I don't see why they would be opposed to it. because it would just show that their programs are really super efficient. But we all know that's not the case. We all know that those programs are not perfect. They're not efficient. And I'm not saying this program is perfect either, but it will make sure that the people who are in the most desperate situations will always have access to insulin immediately. And if Eli Lilly didn't care about getting audited at the end of the year, they thought this wasn't going to cost them any money, they wouldn't be campaigning against it. You guys, use your head. Like, stop trying to find a way to weasel out of this. Stop trying to act like, because you do some other good things, because you sell a program to people and help people that way, that you're off the hook for engaging with this. Beyond Type 1 speaks on behalf of diabetics like me, like you. They say that they represent us. And yet, who did they consult with to make this decision? Did they ever consult with low-income people? No. But clearly, based on the fact that the letter that they sent and the letter that Eli Lilly sent were almost identical, and the fact that they take a bunch of money from them, they consulted with them. That's what this is about, okay? And that's the reason why people are angry. Don't tone police this. If somebody tries to come and kill your family member or does something that endangers them, you think they're not going to yell at you? We're not doing anything violent. Eli Lilly is. Beyond Type 1 is. Whether intentional or not, it doesn't matter. Their bias is influenced by their donors and by the company that they keep. Use your head, think about it. This is very simple, and stop trying to sidestep that fact and get off the hook because you don't like the way we're talking about it. You think that we're mean. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I don't. There's space for all of us here. Okay? But stop acting like people getting their feelings hurt is even close to being on the level of people dying, people losing their life because they don't have access to insulin. It's not the same. Eli Lilly doesn't want, and also by extension, Beyond Type 1 doesn't want people to know that their coupon programs don't really help that many people. This bill is modeled after a very successful bill, Alex Law, which is there to prevent deaths which occur because of the inadequacies of patient assistance programs. It's really important. And if we don't go after Beyond Type 1, as this bill gets introduced into different states, they're going to keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Let's say that it only results in one death per year, per state. It's 50 people. It's 50 human beings with families who'll be dead because of greed, because of protecting the interests of pharmaceutical corporations. That's why we're fucking pissed. All right? Don't take it personally. Fucking God. Do you understand why I'm angry about this? Do you understand why people are? It's not just anger and wanting to be a badass and all this shit. It's because of love. It's because of the love in our hearts for our fellow human beings. And some of you guys have lost your fucking way because of money. Because that evil fucking shit called money. You guys, I love all of you. I really do. That's where this comes from. I wouldn't have these criticisms. I wouldn't be this pissed off right now if there wasn't a deep love and concern in my heart for my fellow human beings and my comrades with diabetes. All of you. We don't have to agree on anything else. This issue is extremely important. Extremely. And we need to put our foot down now. Beyond Type 1 did not consult with anyone who wasn't some rich motherfucker when they made this decision. All right? They're looking out for Eli Lilly. They're not looking out for you and me. They're not looking out for the small guy. All of that bullshit about, it's going to be duplicative. It's all bullshit. Wake up. All right? I don't want to keep doing angry shit. I don't want to keep waking up every morning and seeing fucking people trying to flip this around on me and on other people who want to stop this from happening. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, guys, let's all have some like discourse. Like, where the fuck was that discourse when this decision was made? You know, you're picking your allegiance to this corporation, just that's what they are at this point. They're a fucking corporation. How much money is how much money does their CEO make? Tom. He's not diabetic. He doesn't get it. Rich people don't get it. People don't have diabetes, don't get it. So the time for that discourse is past. Right now, what we're telling you is that you need to engage with what we're telling you. Stop trying to get around it because you make so much money off this disease and off this community. And engage with the issue at hand and stop playing fucking games with people's lives. I love you guys. I'm sorry for the anger. But like, when people fuck with my family, people fuck with diabetics, I'm gonna fuck you up. Peace out. Love you guys.